The path Lirim Hajrullahu took to Western University was very different from your average college student. At the age of 8, he and his family escaped the devastation, tanks, and violence of war-torn Kosovo. Fleeing to Macedonian refugee camps, they eventually secured spots on the last plane out to Canada. Speaking no English when he arrived, his soccer background led him to try out as the kicker for his high school football team. A highly recruited player, Lirim decided on Western and began a new journey cementing his name in the Western, OUA, and CIS record books. Eventually securing both the punting and kicking duties at Western, Hajrullahu was named the OUA All-Star Punter in 2012 and 2013 and a second-team All-Canadian as a place kicker. One of his greatest moments as a Mustang came in the 2010 Yates Cup game. With just 2.1 seconds left on the clock, Hajrullahu nailed a 34-yard field goal, sealing a 26-25 victory over the Ottawa GGs. After he helped his Western Mustangs win the Yates Cup, Hajrullahu said, "The line held perfectly. The snap and hold was perfect. You couldn't ask for a better way to win a game." During Hajrulahu's Mustang career, his new adopted country of Canada came calling twice, selecting him as part of the Canadian national junior football team that competed at the 2009 IFAF Junior World Championship, where Lirim helped Canada win a silver medal. Calling again in 2011, he was part of the Canadian national football team that won silver at the IFAF World Championships in Australia. In the 2013 Yates Cup Championship game, Hajrullahu was perfect on 4 field goal attempts, hitting his longest attempt from 49 yards. He also sent 4 kickoffs through the Gales end zone, tallying a single point each time, winning his second Yates Cup as a Mustang. Special teams coordinator Chris Marcus said of Hajrullahu, "Lirim was a coach's dream as he possessed all of the necessary qualities to succeed. These qualities include work ethic, ambition and energy, knowledge of the game, self-motivation, sincerity, congeniality, and collaborativeness, great judgment and maturity, and last but not least, the most important of all, tremendous integrity." In the last regular season game of the 2013 season, Hajrullahu needed 10 points to become the CIS all-time scoring leader. If he felt pressure, it was hard to tell, as he booted 5 field goals and added 5 converts for 20 points, establishing the new career mark at 422 points. At the conclusion of his Western career, he was the all-time scoring leader, the all-time field goal leader with 77, the most points in a season, most field goals in a season, most converts in a game, and most field goals in a game with 6, establishing himself not only as the greatest kicker in Western history, but in Canadian university football. An excellent student, Hajrullahu graduated with an MBA and was an academic All-Canadian in 2012 and 2013 and was awarded the Darwin Samodiuk Trophy as the best student athlete on the team. Signing with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in 2014, he took the CFL by storm, being announced as the winner of Winnipeg's Most Outstanding Canadian, Most Outstanding Special Teams, and Most Outstanding Rookie Awards, and was named the West Division's Most Outstanding Special Teams Player. In 2016, he moved to the Toronto Argonauts as a free agent, continuing his success as the winner of the Toronto Argonauts' Most Outstanding Canadian and Most Outstanding Special Teams Award, and was named to the CFL East Division's All-Star team. In 2017, he found himself in a moment of déjà vu. He was standing 32 yards away from the goalposts at TD Place Stadium in Ottawa, Ontario, with 49 seconds left in the Canadian Football League's 105th Grey Cup match against the Calgary Stampeders. 7 years earlier, he had stood in nearly the same place on that same field during the 2010 Yates Cup. Hajrullahu said of the moment, "When I found out in the second half that we were going to be kicking towards the side that I won the Yates Cup on, I knew I was either dreaming or it was going to end very similarly." And it did. His boot held steady in the slushy conditions, connecting with the ball to send it soaring over the uprights as over 36,000 fans looked on at TD Place Stadium. The field goal gave the Argos a 27-24 edge and secured the Grey Cup title. In 2018, he would sign with the Hamilton Tiger Cats and would be named 2019 CFL East Division's All-Star for the second time in his career. Always having eyes to the south and providing himself amongst the very best, the Tiger Cats released him to pursue his NFL dreams. 21 years after having left the Kosovo War, Lirim signed with the Los Angeles Rams in 2020. Released after training camp, Hajrullahu was undaunted, signing with the Generals of the new TSL, the Spring League, and in his first game set a new league record for the longest field goal at 59 yards and was named South Division Player of the Week. During the 2021 NFL season, the Dallas Cowboys signed Hajrullahu for their game against the Atlanta Falcons, making him the 6th Western Mustang football player to ever play in an NFL game. He went a perfect 5 for 5 on all his convert attempts. Later in the season, he was signed by the Carolina Panthers, appearing in 3 games and connecting on 4 of his 5 field goal attempts. Former teammate and Western kicking coach Darrell Wheeler said of Lirim, "Coaching him, you could realize how humble he is, how much of a great family man he is, and how much he cares about others. He always put his teammates and his family ahead of his own needs. You could tell how much he loved his craft and his teammates. He left it all out on the field, and when he hung up his cleats at Western, he had trailblazed a path of what it meant to be a Western kicker." Lirim Hajrullahu, a Mustang legend.